Good kill, good kill. Okay, good kill.
What's up, my dudes? Welcome back to another video. We're here in the F-15 Eagle today. We're carrying 4 of those SM-6 missiles, the AIM-174B, whatever you want to call it. We got 4 of those strapped onto here. We're going to be fighting a Eurofighter who is carrying the Meteor missile, the dreaded Meteor missile. We've already done the Russian R-37M hypersonic missile, so today it comes down to the Meteor. So let's see how we do here today. In previous videos, when we've had the F-15 up against the Meteor, the F-15 has been at a disadvantage for obvious reasons. The AMRAAM does not have that range. At least the Charlie variant, the Charlie-5 that we're using, doesn't have that range. So having the SM-6 might kind of even the playing field a little bit for us here. People love to criticize the AMRAAM for not having enough range. You know, technically it's in the name. It's a medium range missile, but you know, the AMRAAM is pretty amazing. It's very compact, so therefore you can put it on almost any jet. Here we go, got him locked up at 99 miles. But the range does leave something to be desired here. We're gonna climb here, get in range. He's locking me up. Now we're going to climb here and we'll shoot soon. Just a few more miles, a few more 1,000 feet of climb I'd like. As we climb real close to about 30,000, we're passing through 28,000 feet now. 92 miles, Fox 3. I lost a lock immediately. That's very bad. Not sure if they're simulating the AWACS ability or satellite guidance that the SM-6 is capable of, supposedly. Even though I lost lock, it should theoretically guide and go over there and try to find the Eurofighter. He's holding a good lock on me, and he's definitely guiding that Meteor over here. Just holding an offset here in an attempt to make his Meteor lead me and therefore drag it and make it bleed some more energy. And then I'll go cold in a moment here. I've got decent speed. We'll bank to the left here. We'll start turning cold. Don't want to die this early. Since I lost the lock, there was almost no need to just sit there. Missiles coming directly from my 3.9 line. Dragging it just a little bit lower here. And that's it, let's get out of here. Let's turn cold now. I dragged it to the side, which forced it to pull lead, and I dragged it down. And so pulled it into denser air, and when I was going down I was gaining speed, so the faster I was going the more it had to lead me. So I bled as much of its energy as I could, and now we're off cold just to survive 100%. You place your bets as to who you think is going to win this one, Eurofighter or F-15. Or technically we should say SM-6 or Meteor missile. Which one has your money on it? I'm going to start recommitting here because you can hear the RWR is silent, so I'm pretty sure I've defeated that Meteor. Just doing a long recommit here to be safe. It does seem like that SM-6 maybe forced him defensive a little bit, because you can see he's not on my RWR, which means he's not pointing his radar over here, which makes me assume he's defending. So even though I lost lock on that missile early, it seems to have still given him some trouble. Got him off the nose here. He's looking at me. I got him locked. He's shot at me. Got him at 83 miles. Fox 3 from me. We'll defend. Start reducing altitude here. Got to be careful with those Meteor missiles. They can modulate their speed. Not sure how many of you are aware of that, but they can, you know, reduce speed, or they find the bandit, increase their speed because they got the engine. They're not just a booster rocket, if you will. That's another capability the AMRAAM does not technically have. It can't modulate its speed. Missile still coming over here. And if you look online, they say the Meteor has a solid fueled ramjet motor, and they claim it's got speeds of over Mach 4, and you know, they again range far in excess of 200 kilometers or 110 miles, so they say. We've talked about how missile specs are classified, so you read these things on Wikipedia, don't expect them to be accurate. You know, also just saying a missile has 200 mile range or kilometer range doesn't mean anything. Like, under what launch parameters does it have that? You know, you got to keep that in mind. We're off cold here, because you know, if it's got 200 kilometers at 30,000 feet, it's not going to have 200 kilometer range on the deck at 5,000 feet. That's just not going to work like that, which is also why they don't tell you what the launch parameters are, because they don't want you to know the true specs of the missile. Might possibly be safe here. Okay, I don't hear that Meteor again, so once again we're going to recommit here. Doing a decent job defeating these Meteors so far. There's always the one guy in the comment section who is quoting Wikipedia ranges as like true missile ranges, you know, like as if a country is going to make its missiles and then advertise all of its specs on Wikipedia for everybody to see. You know, you gotta understand, if you do that, then everybody knows what the missile's capability is. The missile's completely garbage at that point. Got him locked up at 75 miles. He's shot at me. We'll shoot at him in a second. I'm gonna continue climbing here. And the other point is, like, you know, if you did actually know the missile specs and you didn't get them off Wikipedia, you also would know not to come on here and tell everybody. You know, so you also gotta consider that. We're climbing here. I'm kind of ignoring his missile because I'm trying to get into a really dangerous launch parameter. I think he just fired the Meteor, so I think I got time. But we will have to defend aggressively. Fox 3 from here, about 30,000 feet. We'll dive down. Fire that missile like straight up into the atmosphere. So hopefully that'll fall down directly on top of his head. And you know, with older aircraft, there was a RWR blind spot 45 degrees above and below the aircraft. Supposedly with the newer generation aircraft, I assume Eurofighter would be one of them, F-22, F-35, this error has been fixed. But back in the day, that's why the Phoenix missile was so effective. It would drop down on top of your head from 80,000 feet, and the fighter wouldn't even defend because he didn't even know there was a missile dropping on top of his head. His RWR wasn't telling him. Right? So here we go. We're still holding a little crank against this Meteor for now. And I know a lot of you will say, oh, there were no kills. Oh, look at this, he's turning cold. So he's defending mine. I lost lock on him, so let's get out of here. A lot of you will say, well, how do you know that the Phoenixes performed like that and bayonets couldn't hear them? Because the Americans never scored a single AIM-54 kill. And that's 100% correct. That data, actually, a lot of data is available from the Iranians during the 1980 to 1988. That war with Iraq there's a Meteor on my 6. We're going to have to drop tanks here because I'm going to need to get rid of this weight here. But they employed the Tomcat with the AIM-54 against Iraqi fighters, who were primarily Russian, MiG-21s, MiG-23s, even Mirage F1s. Let's go ahead and drop tanks here, get rid of that extra drag. I told you this missile is going to be dangerous because I went so high. I'm going to try to see if I can lose it behind this mountain here. Ooh, yeah, it's back there. Dipping down, and we'll break right here around this mountain edge. And hopefully we can drive it into the mountain there. It's a bad day to be out here hiking. There's Meteor missiles hitting sides of mountains. Alright, we're gonna climb. I got one more of these missiles left, and then I got AMRAAMs, and he has AMRAAMs too. The Eurofighter isn't just gonna carry a full loadout of Meteors. It probably can, but it's not a realistic loadout. It's kind of like a Tomcat carrying 6 Phoenixes. Could it do it? Yes. How often did you see it? Almost never. You know, there are some pictures on Google, but those are photo opportunities. Look at this. This guy's back here. Got him on radar. Just inside of 80 miles. That's about 130 kilometers. For those of you out there who use kilometers. Here we go. He's locking me up. I assume this is his last Meteor as well. So I would like to make this super dangerous. I'm going to get close to him and I want to fire it directly up again, because I think the chances of that being dangerous are a lot higher. As we loft the missile, we can kind of increase its range. Fox 3. We both had the same idea. I fired at 55 miles. That's very bad. I mean, he's dead for sure, but I think I might also be dead. I think I trespassed the MAR on a Meteor missile at 30,000 feet, 55 miles. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like a bad idea. I'm trying to gain some speed here. Mach 1.3 as we defend. Still trying to hold that lock on that Eurofighter just to guide that missile. And I'm off cold, that's all I can give it. I have the speed. Listen to that RWR, it's quiet. I think maybe we might be good. Oh, nope, never mind. It's still back here. We're going to drive it into the ground, and we're going to try our best anyway. Get super low to the ground.